Hello. Did you know that Estwing made a pocket knife? I didn't. And they didn't. Because it was actually made by Eka from Sweden. So I was looking for this Eka knife. Somehow it was because of this other Eka knife that I got interested. So let's take a look at this one. I've got three knives here. This is a slip joint I made as well. So I found this one online, eBay or something, and it just said rare Swedish slip joint. I don't know. It was a cheapo. I didn't think too hard about it. I just grabbed it. And it's quite an interesting knife. Swedish flag colors. This may be the rarity, because I did find these knives for sale at somewhere, Knife Center or something. I think they're discontinued. I don't know how easy it would be to get a hold of one now, but I didn't see any other pictures of this color combo. That's pretty cool. So there we see the liners that are, they kind of go off inside the scales. It's screwed together with flathead screws. I believe this is 12C27, one of those Sandvik steels. It's Sandvik steel, so it's probably pretty good, pretty tasty actually. Came like this, and I haven't really sharpened it or used it yet, so I just had it kicking around. So the thing about the liners is interesting, and also this is a not entirely unique setup with two back springs. It's just cheaper, I guess, to make it that way. But they're very much inset, and I guess the idea is that you don't get a cold hand from touching the spring. Maybe that's what I figured. Quite nice thick stock, reminiscent of the Swiss Army blade, but a lot thicker and a lower point on it too. I can't tell whether that would be the original profile. It looks like the point might have been swayed up a bit. Maybe not. Anyway, I like that shape. It's cool. It's kind of like a ram's foot with sway tip. And the ergos are good. Feel comfy. And another thing that I really like about this knife, I'm sure there must be a way to tune this in a slip joint now, but I don't know what it is. But even though it doesn't have a very strong pull on it, a push on it, feels like it needs a drop of oil, and no half stops. Definitely needs a drop of oil. But if I put my thumb back here and just press a little bit, it's solid. You have to press a fair bit to get that little. And there are some knives that, even maybe it's the spring feels stiffer, but it's just floppy at this point. So whoops. My knife, for example, that I made, it's not bad, but it is just, it's got that wiggle. You don't have to. I think if I put the same pressure here, there's much less movement. I can still feel a little rock there. So that was interesting. So I was looking at this and looking at Eka, and came upon this one, and then I found this one that is Estwing branded. So you can get this one Estwing branded or not, and I think that I guess maybe the Estwing branded one would be the rarer example, or maybe not in the US. I don't know. Maybe I don't know how that is. Anyway, I just saw one with Estwing. I'm like, well, that's cool. That's like one for the Estwing collection and one for the knife collection, the Eka collection. So let's look at this blade, shall we? This is an inexpensive knife. Can't remember exactly what I paid for it, but you know, it was maybe $30 or something. And I did make a little cut with this. It's nominally secondhand, I think, but yeah, I'm sure that is as new condition. I don't think it's been used for anything. You can just tell, can't you? That's a fine blade right there. And again, I think it's this 12C27, if I'm not mistaken. It's a Sandvik steel. Really nice thin stock on this, very slicey. See it up next to the slip joint, but of course this is a flat grind here, and this is your Scandi grind. Looks very high, but of course it's not that high because of the thickness. So that's like a quarter and eighth to 16th, right? Is this thing into 30 seconds? Yes, right? So, excuse me, spaced out for a minute there. Yeah. So, we're nearly twice as thick on this one. And look at the height of the bevels. Interesting. So this is a much steeper angle on my slip joint. And I did think I might want to end up backing it up. Just didn't get around to that yet. But look at this down here, yeah? No ricasso. You just got all blade. So even though the blade is not that much longer, you get a lot more cutting edge, which is nice. Lockback. Integral construction. I was looking at this down here and I thought, well, didn't they encrust a piece there? But I think that's an optical illusion. I think that we've got a crack on this side and then there's just a change in the grain there. Because if we look here, excuse me, just zoom in a little bit. See, that is very plainly one piece. So we have an integral construction with no liners or anything. So, I mean, it's really lightweight. Should I bother grabbing the scale? Let me grab the scale. Measurements. Get some measuring tools out, but I forgot to grab the scale. Anyway, this will be an interesting comparative study here. These are so I can't remember the name of this plastic, but it's some special plastic they use. Has some proprietary name to it. Might have the word flex in it somewhere or something like that. Okay. That's pretty respectable. Lightweight number. 2 ounces, also no liners. Yeah? So that saves you a lot on weight. Yeah. So a lot lighter than the slip joint anyway. And, you know, not only a hair heavier than this. And look at the difference. I kind of grabbed this because it was in my pocket, but also it's the handles are very similar shape. Well, at least if you... Well, okay, they're not that similar. Take it back. Right, so cutting... I grabbed this thing, which I'll just speak for a moment about this implement. Has been viewed on my channel before. Was going to be a spoon, and then a big crack opened up in it, so I turned it into this kind of slender spatula. Gets a lot of use. From time to time, I'll pick it up and, you know, do a little cleanup on some area or other. You know, we're refining bit by bit. and using. So I like a little bit of flex. I'm getting more into the the culinary implements being kind of lightweight and slender and a bit flexy, kind of like your kitchen knives. Like you need to go out and hammer with this thing. So if it's light, it's got a bit of flex, and also comes in handy as a back scratcher. And just now, my dear lady wife was struggling to get her feet into a brand new pair of boots. What are they called? Some kind of, I forget, something muck boots? Big muck boots? Anyway, it worked as a shoehorn very nicely. Wow. Got that foot right in there. So let's have a whittle, shall we? I think this is where I went in earlier. Let me see, what do I want to carve here? I mean, that is wicked. It's sharp, but it's also very controllable. Whittling edge. Doesn't want to tear out at all. It just wants to smoothly. It feels like maybe. Feels like maybe it could be tidied up. Maybe a little rough, but I mean, that's just awesome. I think that's a really great blade, and a very comfortable handle, balance point. Pretty good for a folder, right about in the middle. Try something a little more. Let's try and take a bit more off. Yeah. The handle feels great. It gives you a really good purchase. No hot spots, really. Kind of chunky. There's definitely room there. You could reshape this if you wanted. There we go. Slimmed it down a bit. Little comparative study. So this is 01 tool steel. In whatever condition of sharpness it's in. It's not dull. I mean, ergonomically, in the hand, there's not a lot to, it's okay, but there's not a lot to grip onto here. And not that much blade either. But the edge is good. However, it seems to want to tear out a little more. And that we could blame just on the fact that it's a way steeper angle. So it's just kind of splitting in more after I get the edge in. So if I do some thin curls, it probably won't tear out. Yeah, so that is good, but I mean, this is to my taste. I made the knife, I put the edge on it, I put the grind on it, da-da-da-da-da. This thing just came out of a box in the mail today. Yeah. I feel I can recommend. Play? None. No side to side, no up and down. The lockup is rock solid. We got a bit of flex because the blade's so skinny. But the edge feels stable, as well it might, because of the more robust geometry. Let me just grab a little bastard strop. This is a block of wood with some 1000 grit diamond paste on it. Hopefully there's still some on there. Oh, it feels like it. Oh, that was grabbing. That was grabbing. I think I just felt the burr pop. Something rough here. That came out nicely to the eye. I'm really impressed. I love this knife. I like this better than, I think I like this better than the Lars Felt lockback from Castrom, which I have one. I don't know where it is, so I won't grab it, but I have the slip joint version. I don't know where that is. So let me grab that. Take a look at it. It's for another little comparative study moment. Not sure about this. That seemed to. Well, I need to give it more time. Let me grab that slip joint. Okay, no, I don't like it more. Because to look at this thing, it's so beautiful. Don't look too hard at that. Don't look. Yeah, whoops. It got wet. So, yeah, it got mashed. But this is a beautiful knife. They make a lockback version. This was something I was thinking about a little bit when I did the blade on this one. I modified the grind on this. But ergos wise, this is way better. Look at this angular thing there. I'm gonna come in and grind that out one of these days. I'm gonna grind it out and make it like that. You know, this is not. I guess they probably did it. Yeah, right. They did it for that reason. So it looks nice when it's closed, right? Blah blah blah. As opposed to, you know, that's the other option you get. With this weird angle, if you're me and you made it. But yeah, I will sacrifice the aesthetic of the closed knife for the open. Also, in terms of, you know, I don't care that much if the point is centered when it's closed, so much as if the blade is true when it's open. Does the blade line up? Yeah, look at that. That's been realigned by me, by the way. No way it came like that. Get that lanyard out of the way. I hope that's coming across, because that's nice. So, gone on a very long time here, and I probably haven't said all that much. But I have introduced the Estwing, Eka, whatever this knife's called. I think I'll call her Esty. Esther. Está bien. Thanks for watching. Bye.